now?
Think so. If you can hear me, then we are good. So we're live also on YouTube and other
Right on. Yeah.
X accounts.
Yeah,
So
I can hear you loud and clear.
nice. So I'll just do a little check.
Let me make sure to accept co-host in case I get kicked. It goes to you, so it doesn't just ditch the whole entire thing.
All right, let's do the handshake. Where's the co-host? Oh, there it is. Nice. Accepting. All right. Good. Cool. Well, lots to talk about today. Welcome wherever you're tuning in from. If it's on YouTube, then get in the YouTube comments. Tell me that you can hear me loud and clear. If you're on X, then you can also join the discussion. What we're going to do is I think the best way to do this today is that because on StreamYard, I can only look at X while I'm talking. So what we're going to do, I think, is best thing is we'll talk for a little bit, and then afterwards I'll move over to the screen, and then I'll explain some other things. But that will only be able to be seen on the video. But for the spaces, I can't share the screen, of course. But it's all good. But yeah.
I can always ask you questions and stuff that you sent me to already as well.
Nice.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, you are the host with the most. Yeah, nice. So I'm in Italy today actually, which is been quite crazy. It's a crazy country, Italy. Have you ever been there?
I want to go there. I'm actually Italian heritage. And that video you sent was quite amazing. That was a really cool shot of the event there.
Yeah. The Palio di Siena is like a horse race. They have it twice a year. It's been going on for 400 years. And the only thing that stopped it was COVID, actually. It's quite funny, but it's intense.
Oh, geez.
It's really intense. But I like to go every year because it makes you appreciate when you have a quiet time as well. And just it's important to touch grass as well. Get back to reality sometimes.
And I was also letting everyone know in the posts and people sending me messages that there will be more spaces before the launch. This isn't the only one.
Yes.
This is just the first one since the announcement of the launch date. I think we'll probably have at least two more, maybe one in between and one on the launch date,
Exactly. Yeah.
If that works for you.
Yeah, I wanted to have this space particularly so that I can make it clear how we're going to be launching SuiDex. So how the launch will go, the process for launching, because I've noticed a couple messages around about like, oh, everything's kicking off on the 21st, and people understand that we have 3 contracts to launch, and we also have a token to launch at the same time. And I think the best thing to do, because that's what people want to know, right? The schedule for launch. So I'm just going to go through it right now. So our plan is.
So if you could,
yes,
if you could real quick post as your most recent post on the SuiDex something for me to put on the Jumbotron that has this information, or if you want me to post what you sent me in Telegram so people could have something to look at on the Jumbotron that's here on the space, would be helpful.
Well, I have this one. This is just about the launch date. So our launch date for the DEX for SuiDex is the 21st of August at 2 p.m. UTC. That should now be shared on the Jumbotron. Yeah, there it is. It's done. So August 21st, 2 p.m. UTC is when the timer ticks down to 0 and we want to begin launch, right? So we are, like I said, right? So I want to explain this as clearly and simply as possible so that everyone can get a grasp of this, okay? So we are launching 3 contracts. They're all original contracts. We haven't forked anything. We haven't copied anyone else's code to launch SuiDex. It's all original code. We were inspired by DEXs such as PancakeSwap, Aerodrome, SwapX, which are all really popular and long-lasting yield farm and trading DEXs on EVM. And my brief that I gave to Crypto Michael and to Stack Meridian was that I wanted to create this, right? So that's what we're rolling out. So it's 3 contracts and 1 token. So because of the complexity of it, that's why we've taken longer to audit. And that's also why we're going through a staged rollout. So the first thing you'll see on August 21st is that we want to launch the DEX, which would be the DEX contract, which would be where you can swap, where you can add liquidity, where you can remove liquidity, and earn the trading fees from the volume of different tokens being traded back and forth, right? second contract we have to launch is the yield farm contract, which is where you'll be able to take the liquidity that you've made on SuiDex. Then you're going to be able to add that into our yield farm to earn our token, new token called Victory Coin. So this is the second contract, and the third contract is our single staking contract for Victory, which is the contract which allows the Victory holders to earn revenue share from the whole economy of SuiDex. And of course, we need to also launch the token, which is Victory Token. Now, we need to be very strategic about how we launch SuiDex because we really value our early community, who are the investors in our private raise. So we raised $100,000 and it took only 13 minutes, so it was much hyped. And private raise purchasers are getting Victory Coin. Now, 25% of that coin will be unlocked and sent to their wallets, and we want them to have the best edge for their experience of investing with SuiDex, so that when SuiDex liquidity goes live, which would be when we add the liquidity on SuiDex, they are already holding their 25% of their token and they can trade immediately, right? But 75% of their tokens are going to be in our contract for locking Victory Coin. And at the same time, it's very important that, again, we honor the belief that our investors had in us, that when SuiDex opens the yield farm and the fees start rolling in, that they're already in the locker so that they can start earning the Sui coin and the Victory coin at the highest APR. So yield farm always has the highest APR on launch, and they get the Sui rewards coming in from people depositing into our reward pools. So it's a very careful balance that we have to launch with to make sure that we are honoring our early investors. And if they're pleased, then they, of course, word of mouth is the best marketing, and they can begin to tell other people about how we do things the right way. We are not opening this yield farm to try extract money from the Sui ecosystem. We're launching SuiDex to try bring more volume and more users to Sui. So this is the launch process. So you can expect on the 21st of August for our DEX to go live. From there, we will begin announcing the plan for how we strategically then launch the token, and we launch the token locker, and we launch the yield farm so that people can start coming in and we protect our early investors. We're going to have an article out on this. We have another meeting tomorrow to try lock down the whole process for this. I gave my ideas on how I think the process should go, but we need to hear also from the code team, so that, because my idea of how things should go might not be possible when it comes down to code, right? So we need to have that meeting and finalize these parts of it. So that's the what to expect from the launch. So it won't be like on the 21st at 2 p.m. UTC, everything is launched at once. It just doesn't work like that. We need to do everything strategically so that it's as safe and secure as possible. So I don't know if anyone has any questions on that. I don't know, Furley, if you have any questions about that. I want to be crystal clear.
I was just wondering if you were able to figure out the issue of the 90-day versus 100-day for the the private raise.
That's a good point. Yeah, so when we were building the Victory locker, we've set, when you lock your Victory, you can lock for 1 week, you can lock for 90 days, you can lock for, I think it's a year and 3 year. We have 4 options. And we said in the private raise that we were going to lock the Victory for 100 days, but actually we're going to lock it for 90 days. So that's the easiest solution I could come up with, as opposed to going back into the code base, making a special area only for private raise investors. We decided we'll just knock 10 days off the lock, and the unlock will come for the Victory stakers after 90 days, as the private investors, 90 days as opposed to 100 is the simplest solution that we could come with for that. So that's what we're going to go ahead with that, which I think is a good solution. You get your Victory earlier. If you want to continue your lock, then you can compound it back in to the locker and continue earning the Sui and Victory rewards from your stake.
And then I also know that a lot of people are also asking questions that are purely holders of the Sui Trump meme coin, that they're still benefit from this, even if they decide they don't want to participate in the farm, because the 40% buy and burn mechanism, and it's not going to change later on. They want to be sure that that's part of what this is doing.
Yeah, so I can guarantee that. So if we go back in time a little bit to October last year, that's when I launched SuiTrump Coin. And the whole reason that SuiDex exists and that we're moving into this really exciting phase for actually building a DEX, a yield farm, passive income on Sui, a liquidity hub, a place where we can help bring other tokens along as well, which we're going to talk about later, and provide their communities with passive income as well, as a central hub on Sui for these mid-cap, medium cap coins, which are trying and grafting every day to try and build their communities. We're going to offer a place where they can also call their home, right? So just like that with SuiTrump, the whole idea was to create a utility project which could add to the bullishness of SuiTrump by reducing the circulating supply and by adding constant buy pressure. So the mechanics of SuiDex are that 40% of all fees generated by SuiDex are going to be sent to buy SuiTrump off the market and burn SuiTrump. That means that the circulating supply will go down and we will have continued buy pressure. It's essentially like someone buying the token and just throwing it away, which is great. So if from your question earlier, if you were saying, what should a SuiTrump holder do? You do have a couple options. I have just finished on our SuiDex docs, the first 3 chapters of our SuiDex strategies. This is concerning swapping, adding liquidity, making pools on our DEX. The next chapter is about the liquidity farming inside the yield farm and what you can do with your SuiTrump if you decide to use it in SuiDex. So there are benefits. There's always risk with liquidity farming, which is the complexity of it, right? Because you also could face the dreaded impermanent loss, which means that there's a couple scenarios here, okay? The first scenario could be that when we kickstart SuiDex, and we won't just have so we'll have the Sui and SuiTrump pool, right? Where you can take your Sui and your SuiTrump, and you can pair them in our DEX, and you can put it in the yield farm, and you can start earning victory token at one of the highest multipliers. Because of course you'll have victory in Sui as well with a very high multiplier too. So 2 high APR pools in SuiDex are going to be victory in Sui and SuiTrump and Sui. But if everyone is buying SuiTrump to get in this pool, and at the same time our contracts are buying it and burning it, this could send SuiTrump into price discovery and beyond. Could. I'm not giving you any predictions here. This is all DeFi. We can't predict the future. I don't have a crystal ball, but it could moonshot the coin because of the buy pressure from SuiDex buying it and burning it, and people wanting to get the high APR of victory coin with SuiTrump. If you're paired on liquidity with SuiTrump and Sui, then what would happen? Here's a question. This is liquidity maths, right? It's permanent loss, right? What would happen if you're holding, say you have $5,000 of Sui and $5,000 of SuiTrump, and you pair them in liquidity and you put them in the pool, but then SuiTrump goes up 200% in the next day? What could happen to your LP? What would happen to the coins in your LP? What do we think? What would happen?
I think it sounds amazing.
And
also the fact that you're going to be able to make instructional videos like on your YouTube channel that you'll also be able to post on X is a huge difference between a lot of these other farms that I see that are available. Because, a lot of people may not know your history on YouTube. A lot of what you did was yield farming itself.
Yes.
So you know how they work. You know how they've made you profit in the past.
Yes.
And here you are creating your own yield farm on a network with more technical capability yourself, and then going to tell people how to use it effectively. Seems like a winning combination to me. And it's also going to put a spotlight on the original project itself, SuiTrump, and separate it out from all the other meme coins being loud and promising all these things. They're finally going to look at it more closely and it'll become a utility-backed token rather than just a meme token. So I think that dual combination of amplifying the Sui Trump coin itself and then having everyone see this new DEX that's professional, made by a professional, is going to be pretty bullish, in my opinion.
So we're going to give 10 points to Mike Crypto Cuban because he got the right answer for the question. So it's so the LP will try to balance out and will sell your Sui Trump from the pair, which is true because in SuiDex we're running the liquidity sits at 50-50. So this is why I'm making the SuiDex strategy so that people can understand how to use it effectively, right? Because you're kind of doing a handoff here, right? So you're pairing up, say you take, like I said, $5,000 of Sui Trump, $5,000 of Sui, you put them into the LP farming, the reward pool on SuiDex in the yield farm, and then you start earning victory coin. Say it's launched, so you're making 3% daily, 2% daily. Degen yield is going to happen in the start of a yield farm. It always happens. Really, a lot of money can be made in the first couple weeks and months of a yield farm. It's really fun. But you need to be careful with what assets you're pairing, because if one outperforms the other to the extreme, then that would mean that you're not keeping that critical edge, right? And you need to pair that off. Okay, so I put my $10,000 of liquidity in, and in 1 week I made $400, $500 of rewards in the coin. Maybe the reward coin went up as well. Then you've even made even more. But what happens if Sui Trump goes up 300% and you're paired in Sui? If you'd have held the Sui and the Sui Trump separately, waited for that point, then you could have actually maybe earned even more money, but maybe not. So this is how you need to balance your liquidity in the DEX. And that's why we don't just have the Sui Trump and Sui position, we have other ones as well, other pools, which means you can diversify your risk portfolio, right? I'm not saying don't farm. I'm going to be farming Sui Trump. I'm going to put a lot of Sui Trump in the farm. But I'm saying that you should also look at our other pools because they offer other options that will also have great yield. And then you can set aside some of your portfolio so that you have minimizing the impermanent loss. Advisory Vine says, though, this is the other option, right? What happens if victory goes up 1,000%? So if it goes up a 10x, 1,000% on launch, that would mean you were making 10 times more money with your yield farming. And that could then, of course, offset the impermanent loss, meaning that you've made more money from the reward coin. So yeah, generally with yield farming, I'm more conservative, I'd probably say. Whereas I do have some friends from this channel, years and years of talking about yield farming. I know some guys who are so brave with their yield farm, and they really come out the other end unbelievably in profit. But other plays they make, they go too far to the edge. They're risking too far into getting, pairing liquidity with such volatile tokens that they can actually, by just sitting there on the side and being patient, you could actually make more. So it is about making your right choices. And we don't, like I said, we don't just have Sui Trump and Sui in the farm. I think overall great strategy. Say you have a bag of Sui Trump, you have a bag of Sui. Take like half, I think, of your Sui Trump, pair it with some Sui, throw it in the farm. Then you're holding your other Sui Trump liquid. If we do see an unbelievable mega pump, then you can get your profit from taking some profit on the coins, or go hell for leather, go all in, and then you can take the reward from victory coin. Is also other ways, or lock the victory, and then you can earn the Sui and more victory coin from locking it as well. There's so many plays that you could do on this. There are a lot of strategies that I
do have a question.
Yeah. What's the question?
So, you know how like on CEDIS, like when we first were doing LPs, we would pair Sui with Sui Trump, and you called that like Web3 style farming, whereas you say the Sui farm is a Web2 style yield farm because it has like the emission token.
Yeah.
Yet they're still pairs. So from what I gather from online, it sounds like it's kind of a hybrid between Web 2 and Web 3, because if strictly Web 2, it says that you can stake single coins only, but ours still has pairs. So can you explain the actual definitions of what Web 2, Web 3, and what style of farming SuiDex and SuiFarm is? Because that's even where I'm having trouble figuring out properly what it's classified as.
I wouldn't really define it as Web 2 and Web 3. When you say Web 2, it would be suggesting that it's a simpler way, an easier way of farming, as opposed to getting into the technical of cryptographic and volume and liquidity, concentrate liquidity. I think the big bullish thing for SuiDex is that we are not using the concentrated liquidity pool, the CLMM, concentrated liquidity market maker, yet, because it's a new DEX. To do concentrated liquidity like CETUS and Turbos does, where you have to find your range for liquidity, you need really high volume on the DEX, right? So you need millions, tens of millions, billions of dollars of volume so that you're earning from the fees on that volume. And you don't generally get a reward token from a concentrated liquidity DEX. Because we are launching and we're not CETUS, right? It's kind of a grassroots movement. We need to have a reward coin to encourage people to add liquidity because they know they're going to get guaranteed payment in our coin, Victory, for the liquidity. They're also going to get the fees, but they're going to be compounded into your initial liquidity pair on the back end from our DEX. So that's kind of the big difference between what SuiDex is doing and what CETUS and you'll find with Turbos or also.
Okay, so then with the SuiFarm, there's not going to be choosing whether to go full range or tight range, conservative.
No,
that's not an issue.
You do not get that.
Perfect.
We will later.
That's the main thing that people were confused. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Our plan is to first build the liquidity up and build the trading volume up so that when we migrate to a V3 style contract, that will be it will be very high potential earning for the liquidity providers. But for now, the simplest way is to make straight up 50-50 of both, 50% of both assets, and they get given a reward coin for supplying liquidity. Over time, we'll be rolling out our V3 after we have higher trade volume, higher liquidity, and then the fees from the trading alone will be able to give our liquidity providers enough income. It's how PancakeSwap started.
That sounds that sounds perfect to me because there's a lot of new users on the Sui network. I've noticed this is a lot of people's first experience with crypto. And when they go to some complicated farm application on the wallet, they're overwhelmed with all these coin choices. They don't know what to do. I think having a SuiFarm, SuiDex with one developer that has an explainer channel with history that they don't have to worry about ranges is actually going to be more popular than the ones that are well established and very big. And it also supports the original meme coin that you created, same developer. It just seems like the perfect way to go about it in my eyes, based on my experience with the community. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and don't forget, 40% of our fees are given to our stakers of Victory. So generally a yield farm or a DEX will take 100% of the fees generally, and they put them in their pockets. Now, for large DEXs, like your PancakeSwaps, your Uniswaps, when they are dealing with millions to billions of dollars of volume, can you imagine how many fees they generate and goes into the development team's pockets? It's insane amount of money. You can't even comprehend. We're talking about numbers of cash that we can only dream of, right? But what we're doing with SuiDex is
exactly
40% of all fees which are generated are being sent to our Victory stakers. And that's given in SuiCoin. But on top of that, you also get an allocation of Victory sent to you while you're in your token locker as well. And this allocation of Victory from our tokenomics doesn't go down over time. Globally, more Victory will be sent to the token locker as the farm ages. So it means we're giving less to LP and less to single stake, and we're giving more to victory lockers as our way of,
I'm really
it's like having
glad
a
you
share,
explained.
It's like you own a share in a
I'm
business. You own a share in SuiDex by doing this.
I'm really glad you explained that, because I was just having a debate. Reddit seems to be a constant form of people that just want to hate on everything you talk about. And they were like, oh, another farm where, look, they're going to, instead of, taking the fees for something, they're going to put it into burning a meme coin. It's like, bro, those other farms, they're just pocketing all of it. Richie's giving it back to holders, giving
Yeah.
it back to the stakers. And he deleted all of his comments after I showed him the proof. It was pretty funny.
That's pretty good. But I don't want anyone to misunderstand me, because I still support all dexes on Sui. At the moment, I've been using Full Sail Dex because they're a brand new
Oh no, this was
dex on the
for
farm.
other chains.
Yeah, even
He
other.
was speaking of Pancake Swap, not
Yeah, but
so.
even, I don't want to throw stones at anyone, because we just all we want to do is, especially on Sui specifically, what our aim is, of course, is to launch, and then we want to aggregate with all the other dexes on Sui, just like all dexes do on Sui. People might not know this, but if you make a trade on Cetus, they also aggregate through Turbos, they aggregate through Bluefin and 7K and FlowX, right? All of these dexes, they're the names of dexes on Sui, basically, for anyone who's not sure. And what happens is that you will make a swap on Cetus, and you think that you've just swapped on Cetus, but actually they've aggregated, had a handshake with all other dexes on Sui, so that you're able to get a lower price for your purchase. So it means you get more tokens, you get more coins, because they're wherever it is the best liquidity and the cheapest price, that's where they will take it from. And that means the Cetus are sharing their fees with Bluefin, Bluefin are sharing the fees with Cetus, everyone's sharing the fees around Sui. It's a beautiful way of setting up a chain. And Sui technology is superior to anything that I've seen in terms of trading. And we just want to bring the fun of yield farming as well on board. And our aim
So
100% is to get aggregated with these dexes. We are in talks with Aftermath. We want to get put on Slush Wallet for their swaps. We want to be, aggregating through Cetus. We want to be doing Bluefin, which will take time. But I think that's why I'm saying, like, I don't want to throw any stones around the Sui ecosystem, because it's our mission
well, no,
to.
to be clear, I
Oh,
want
I know
to
you.
be clear what I was trying to say. It
I know you
was
don't. I know you're a good egg.
it was questioning your integrity.
Yeah.
Like, I know that you're not doing this as a money grab. You're doing it to
No, it's not.
create a benefit to the community. It
Yeah.
was not a throwing shade on other exchanges at all. They were trying to say, like, you were doing it as some sort of money grab. I'm like, did you watch his videos? Did you look at the white paper? And as soon as I showed him the evidence, he didn't have anything else to say, because,
Yeah.
I've known you for so long. You're not doing something to try and line your pockets. You're doing something to create an actual benefit to your followers, to the community, to Sui itself. I know that for a fact. So that's my point. That's the point I was trying to make earlier, not that other exchanges were doing anything bad. Just, I know you're a stand-up person.
Yeah, if this was a money grab, it'd be the worst way to go about it. Because I mean, so far, like, we've launched Sui Trump, we're up at what, like $600,000 market cap, all-time high 1 million. I've never sold a token. It's been running for 10 months now. So while all this trade volume's happening, people have made lots of money on Sui Trump. People have had great success. People have made big bucks on it. I have not. I have not profited in any way from the success of Sui Trump. And I've actually doubled down on that, and I've taken my own personal funds to invest into building SuiDex, so that that I can have a form of income coming from crypto where I don't have to actually sell any of the tokens, because really selling your own coin is the most retarded thing. It just doesn't make any sense. The key has to be to find a way of turning your coin into an economy that you can profit from without yourself personally selling anything, is my aim for what I'm trying to do with Sui Trump. I'm trying to show that you can build a meme without taking the money home, and at the loss of your investors and your community, who are the ones who actually believe in you in the first place. This is the whole core mission.
That
And
that's
we're proving a big
that's
point.
another core point
Yeah.
that I wanted to point out to everybody, is that it's a single developer. You're the only developer of Sui Trump. You're the only developer of the farm. I know it was, programmed and coded by Stack Meridian and Michael, but it was all you're doing and developing. So it's one person under SuiTrump and the farm. So there's no finger pointing to do.
Yeah.
Like with other,
Well,
teams, it's like if something goes wrong, it was him.
Yeah.
It's just Richie. It's just you. And you do things, stand up and have integrity, show your face on YouTube. You do things transparently. That's what Sui Network needs right now. And I think they're going to gravitate towards it for that reason.
Yeah. We're trying to be with the launch and everything, we were trying to be very patient. If anyone is listening, you're not sure how we've audited or checked the code for SuiDex. So we've actually gone through 2 audit companies. We did the first one with Hack and Proof, and they had an audit competition that they ran for us. We had a prize pool of $10,000, which we are yet to give the rewards to the participants because they're still working through a lot of the reports. Now, in our side, we've told them that we have already checked and patched all the reports. At the moment, actually, Michael's in a meeting with them because we're trying to get this all resolved because we want to get it resolved, of course, before we launch. So we're still in discussion with Hacker Group because we just want essentially, we believe that we are ready, and they have taken longer than I would have liked, but it's crypto, things take long sometimes. So we're just trying to resolve that at the moment. We also ran the audits for the yield farm through SpyWolf, and they found one error, like it was about 3 weeks ago, which we fixed and patched that as well. We then were pretty happy with how they did, so we gave them our token locker as well. They found one issue on that, which we've now patched as well. So we're just, all the ducks are in line essentially for getting this launched and getting this out. And it's just simple UI testing at the moment and meetings.
And from what I've gathered is that none of the remaining possible vulnerabilities have anything to do with any possibility of loss of funds. It's more of a functionality thing. So loss of funds is not an issue whatsoever.
No, it comes down to big maths, essentially integers, rounding up and rounding down, where you can get like edge cases that if continuously you're missing it 0.001 over 1 year and billions of dollars, that actually does account to like quite a lot of of ones essentially. So with a lot of the cases were to do with this, where you get really get down in the weeds of finding essentially where that I wouldn't say it's an error. I guess it's oversimplified. So then they have to concrete and build up that again. But essentially, this is why I outsourced a code team to do this, because it is extremely complex to build a token economy and build a yield farm, which works on all the levels that we do have. I mean, we have emission split, we have different allocations of victory going up and down over time. We have a declining annual emission as well. Like there is a lot of complex things going on with the mechanics. I know I gave them a huge challenge when I designed it because I yield farm for so long. I know what kind of yield farm works, but they're doing a great job, and we're battering all through it. I wanted to talk about one thing.
And I like that.
Oh, sorry. Tell me.
You're inviting people to test out. You're inviting people to test it. That know the SUI network. You're inviting people to find any possibility and keeping safety and stability as the main concern above all else.
Yeah.
Especially with the previous situation with CEDAS, it's definitely a concern of many people. And I believe, the Hack and Proof, they're the only ones recognized by the SUI Foundation, by the way.
Yeah.
So they outsource they crowdsource basically kind of a hackathon, let everyone in the world put reports in, then they go over their reports and then submit the request to be made, which was then done and then checked again by SpyWolf, and then more AI checking, and now the public itself. I mean, it's pretty much above and beyond. So it's good to hear about all that.
Yeah, we had a huge response too. It was like over 200 submissions of reports from the hacking community for our code base. So that's why it's taken a long time to go through them all. Just going through 200 individual reports, deciding which ones are legitimate and how severe they are, and then having to then the ones that we chose, that were decided, yes, these are legitimate cases, then we have to patch them, figure out how to patch them, then show the patch, make sure that they agree that the patch is sufficient. It's a long process, and I do say that I do believe that hack and proof are the best way for any new platform to audit, because you get mass audit on mass, essentially. So I wanted to make an announcement, actually, about an airdrop. So we have a couple airdrops coming for our community. And the first one that I want to do, I put this in the SuiDex Telegram today. So if you're not in the SuiDex Telegram, definitely join. You can find it at suidex.org. We have the little Telegram icon in the footer at the bottom of the website. You can join in there. So for our early adopters, when our website was first live, we had a join waitlist button on the website. And I want to reward 2 people from these early adopters to give them a large airdrop. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending 10 million Sui Trump to 2 people. So 10 million Sui Trump sounds like a big number. But actually,
Wow.
yeah, in today's maths, the token price would be about $500, maybe a little bit more, $550 to 2 people. So that's $550 each for these people. And I'm just on video right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the random number generator, which I've set up, and we're going to spin the wheel. And we're going to find out right now who the first guy is that's going to win this. And we have a number 20, right? So I just come to the form for wallet registration. You come down to number 20, and that is, okay, I got him, Nathani Heeman. I'm not sure who that is, but I've just noted his wallet address right here. And that's the first one chosen. Just like that, magically. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of that. And we do have one more person to give away the other 10 million Sui Trump to, but we'll do it in like, another 10 minutes or something. I just thought I'd do a giveaway.
That's awesome. That's quite a large, just random giveaway. That's
actually,
that's a statement right there.
Well, no, I actually announced that back when we did our first Medium article. I said for people who are the first ones to join up and submit your wallets, we will be rewarding some of you, because these are people who have followed my content, followed my journey, I guess, through crypto for all this time. And if you're there, you're present. That's also something that's important in the SuiDex community, that if you're present and if you're along for the ride, then you should be rewarded. 100% you should be rewarded for this. So that's the first guy. Yeah, Nathan.
Yeah, that's exactly
Demon.
how I take the extra credit promo. Like, I don't really set any specific rules, because then people will just focus on that. I just look for people that are actually being active and doing stuff that's beneficial, and just be like, hey, you're gonna get an award.
Yeah.
Because that works the best. I know who's actually gonna hold. I know who's actually supporting what you're doing, compared to just farming reposts for money. It's kind of a different. We want to support the actual believers and community members that are here because they appreciate the project itself more than just farming extra coins.
Yeah, like we got like Gordon here, which is giving the thumbs up. Like Gordon's he's a trooper. Like he is an X machine.
Oh yeah,
he's great. And Brett as well. He's here.
He was actually the last person I awarded extra credit, because if you go through his X profile, he's posting about it all over the place, like way more than just things we rate about. I've seen him posting in other threads, mentioning it everywhere, just on his own. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's real extra credit right there. Stuff that we're not even doing raids on. So yeah, Gordon, great job.
And we do have some.
And I even got him I got him as Sui NS. I think it's Gordon amb.sui.
Nice.
So he can represent.
Yeah. Then we can easily send him more Sui Trump. And soon victory. Yeah, and we do have other airdrops coming. So I already mentioned as well that for every investor who got into our private raise, I will be making an airdrop to all of them, which will be after we launch. So you can expect to get something special from me for simply being present and investing in our raise, because by you investing in our raise, you enable them to get this audit complete and get everything unrolling. Without our private raise investors, then it would have been a huge, bigger struggle for us to get to where we are today. So we have to reward them as much as we can. And
you're saying that's apart from what they're getting out of the private raise. This is a bonus prize.
Oh yeah,
it's
super secret bonus that I'm going to send to everyone.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad I bought some then.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm gonna make it juicy and great. And we do have, when Sui Accelerator, now called Sui Builders, when they launched, they launched an NFT. And with this NFT, I did agree that we would send Sui Trump to all the Sui Builders NFT holders, which is something that we still also need to do. And I want to get a lot of these done before we launch, so that there's no additional pressure on Sui Trump, but also because it means that more people can use their Sui Trump that they got to experience SuiDex. If, for example, they use the Sui Builders and they get, $4 or $5, $10 worth of Sui Trump, then they think, oh, great, I'm going to go into SuiDex. I'm going to try out and see how much more yield I can get with it, right? It'd be a great way for them to experience what we're building. And we do have our continually ongoing, never-ending Sui Trump Ambassador Program, which runs on Telegram. We're paying out around about $300 a week with the Sui Trump Ambassadors, which gets sent out from our Radar Pro bot. All you need to do is sign up to the bot, then link your X account and submit your Sui wallet address. And by rating, earning points, following our social campaigns, you can earn yourself a salary, essentially. So Sui Trump actually is now paying people a salary through rating, I guess, because we've been going now, what's that, like 6 weeks, 7 weeks we've been doing it now? It's been a long time. And yeah, so these are all the airdrops which are going on. Highlight it because these don't come out thin air. It's not like the act of giving has to be bought from somewhere, right? And it is our hard work as a team that we're able to provide special surprises and gifts for our communities, so that it makes them feel like they're welcome, that the experience of being part of Sui Trump or SuiDex is a worthwhile thing to do in crypto, because I know there are a lot of places to invest, a lot of places to play in crypto. Yeah.
And a lot of people may not realize that Radar Pro, they added Sui as one of the reward tokens you can receive, specifically because of the Radar Pro Telegram bot that you purchased after I had already created some other ones for other Sui projects.
Yeah.
So we even have the Radar Pro people like Munes. They're hyped about Sui. They're even talking about doing things more specific for Sui Network because of what you're doing, because of how successful that campaign has been.
That's dope.
Like the Sui Trump ambassadors is constantly one of the #1 Radar Pro trending, like on their site or their Telegram group. It's pretty awesome.
It's good. It gives us, there are pros and cons to the bot, of course, because we do through the raid bot, because we do get a lot of botting on Sui Trump, but it does help not just Sui Trump or SuiDex to get likes and follows and retweets. It also does help our community, because other people who are getting the inner circle of Sui Trump, you're then able to add your replies and your social presence to our Radar bot as well. So, and then we will rig that. Our community will come and they'll also give you, your account lots of likes and follows and retweets. And ultimately, over time, that's going to give you more natural growth on X as well, I think, over time. It's definitely what we're seeing with
exactly
the Sui Trump account. We just need to put up with the bots, because it's kind of part of social media, essentially, isn't it? There's no way of escaping it.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference, when you see the same comment over and over, it's like that's a bot. But then you see the same faces that are in the Telegram. They say a specific thing.
Yeah.
They're posting images and videos. you can tell the difference. But yeah, it's wild. Like I can do a post and then I'll put it in the raid for the raid bot, and the engagement is incredible. Like in 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I'll have like 200 reposts, 200 likes, and 600 views. It's wild how effective it is, even though it may be majority bots, but it is impressive.
Yeah, we need to keep tweaking it, and we will get there with it. And it's definitely it's a great program, and we know that at least half of the people who are in the SuiDrop ambassadors are real people. We know them. They turn up to our spaces. They turn up to events, and that will only grow. The more
Yeah,
rewards we get,
that's the thing I've noticed.
yeah,
There must be some other like sideways thing to do it, because it's not even the people, it's not all people that are just in the Sui Trump Telegram. It's like people are tracking the Sui Trump profile or something. They're doing it a different way, because there's no way that all the replies are coming from just the Telegram. There's a different way they're doing it. I've noticed that, but part of that's unavoidable. But
yeah,
they do put X actually uses an algorithm that they put at the top, like the most relevant, the people that are actual real people. It's pretty good at that. Like I constantly see at the top of the replies the actual people, whereas the bots get
yeah,
put lower down. The bots are lower, so it at least X itself has a way of filtering that out.
yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is going to be an announcement I'm going to put out tomorrow, which will be a task for our Sui Trump ambassadors. I want to get going with trying to get SuiDex a little bit more viral, so more people know about it. So my idea is that we're going to give a focused task for our ambassadors, which is going to be a meme competition for SuiDex. So we're going to have prizes for all of our top memes, which are given by our community. And our prizes are going to be juicy and nice, and they're going to be worth your time. As you know, that's how we roll, right? All you need to do, I'll make the announcement just after the spaces on the SuiDex X account. All you have to do is make your memes about SuiDex and drop them in our Telegram group for SuiDex, or at SuiDex HQ, our X account on X, and then I'll see them. And then we will, of course, know who you are. Make sure you're definitely in the Sui Trump ambassadors, though. So we do have a Telegram group for that as well, so that we know who you are, so we can reward you for your contributions to how we are growing SuiDex. The reason I want to have a meme competition is because we do have some graphics for SuiDex, but we tried to not be too too Trumpy essentially for SuiDex. We want to stand on our own. So it is a horse, Victory the horse. And I think just getting a little bit more animation or color and more personality into the horse character or the horse symbol for SuiDex would be a pretty cool thing to get going with.
One thing I have to add about that is that relieves a lot of pressure and a lot of restraint and guardrails on some of these AI tools that do not want to even touch anything with the name Trump in it.
Yeah,
When you're talking about a horse and the SuiDex, there's no problem. You can make any kind of video or meme you want, but there's so many where you mention Trump, it's not going to create anything at all.
yeah.
So that opens up a lot more, ways to use these AI tools. And as a gift to the ambassadors only, I will give a secret tutorial on some of the AI tools that nobody knows about, and only let our ambassadors that are going to make memes for the competition know these secret tools that I use to come up with my AI widgetry stuff. So I'll let them know.
It's great. And to help people with making their memes, I'm going to be putting the logos and graphics for SuiDex in our docs. So in our docs page, you'll be able to download essentially the PNGs, the transparent files for our imagery, just so it's easier for you to find and make things. We don't have so much of the horse with it's all about winning around it. We have the SuiDex logo and a couple other things that I'll put up so that people can pull them and without any issue. Because I did notice on our website, they are SVGs, and it's quite hard to take an SVG and then paste it into different design software. So we'll make them into PNGs and transparent.
Yeah,
So
I think we
that's good
should
for that.
make a media pack that's shareable
Yes.
as like a Google download or Dropbox, where it has high
Yes, exactly.
definition PNGs of the logos of everything, banner style, avatar style, different
Yeah.
aspect ratios. Because if you have those to start out with, it makes creating videos from them so much easier, because you can do vertical style, horizontal style. So
Mhm.
that's definitely something we should definitely do. Creating that media pack with the highest definition of the logos and also all the different aspect ratios would be a great idea.
Oh, it's coming, sir. It's coming. So I'll do it also tonight. So much to do. But essentially, if you go to SuiDex.org, which is our website, scroll down to the footer, you'll see our docs page. That's where you'll find very thick docs. So we have a lot of information in our docs. I suggest, get a coffee, sit down, pull up a chair, read through them, and then you can understand exactly how our platform is working. We do have at the top the SuiDex strategies, which we're up to chapter 3. We will have 8 chapters for that. It will cover everything to do with SuiDex and how to earn yield, strategies, of course. And I'm also going to be adding the media pack. We'll put it down in the docs as well, so people can pull that. I guess we could also pin it in the Telegram so people can find it. Is also a good way. Oh, Brett Hartman says he's here. We can start. Great.
All right, Brett Hartman.
Tree.
When he shows up, it's a big deal, because he doesn't join too many spaces, but he's definitely an OG. He's actually the one that got me my original SCC NFT before they sold out. So,
Nice.
props to him.
We have a Tree on Sui saying yes, very thick docs. I've been having some very nice conversations with Tree on Sui. Peter the arborist. I was talking to him actually when I was in the middle of Siena. He was on an X Spaces and I joined in. It was quite fun. It's quite noisy, but I'm a big proponent of the Tree token, and you can expect the SuiDex and Tree are definitely going to be making some kind of lovely crypto partnerships are coming. That's for sure. Um, I wanted to get into this actually because I've had a lot of questions from people about what tokens we are going to be launching with and what's our plan for reward pools in SuiDex. So this is very important actually. So our reward pool in SuiDex is when we will have an area on the yield farm where you can deposit your LP to earn a victory. Now, not all LP pairs on SuiDex are going to have reward pools. We want the reward pools to be given to the best communities on Sui, the best tokens or the best liquidity tokens for growing SuiDex. For that, we've essentially broken them down into 3 different categories. You would have native coins, which would be Victory, Sui, and Sui Trump. That would be native coins. You would then have blue chips, which would be high market cap, hundreds of millions of dollars, like your Walrus, your Wrapped Bitcoin, X Bitcoin. These coins, a USDC, right? These coins which are highly traded and valuable. Therefore, we should have pools for these because that means people will be able to take not just your meme coins, but you're going to be able to take your Sui blue chips and use them in yield on SuiDex as well. And then we have our mid cap to low caps, which would generally be meme coins, right? And we are going to be launching with a quite select number of reward pools. But then in phases after launch, we will be adding reward pools. And this is an important part of SuiDex because it means that we can introduce new tokens to the yield farm, which brings in new communities, means that we can run AMAs, we can help promote their coins, and they help promote our DEX, and we can work in collaboration to then essentially offer more passive income opportunity for these new coins which are joining. And it's a win-win situation, essentially. If we are select with it and we do it carefully, that means that all tokens which we add to SuiDex with reward pools can get the proper shine that they need. That means more people on Sui will hear about them. They will then realize they can do more with the coin, and we can slowly expose more people to how great Sui is by shining a light on each specific project as we come across. So when we launch, in terms of meme coins, we're not going super heavy on memes, but I do plan on building our meme coin portfolio, let's say on SuiDex, out it strategically, so that we can put the right shine on the right projects, is essentially how I would say it. Also in terms of like Sui blue chips. So one pool that I'm really excited to get rolled out. There's two pools actually. The first pool would be a staked Sui with Sui. So that is essentially Sui and another Sui coin in LP that you can put into SuiDex and earn victory. So you're getting 0 impermanent loss on your assets because they're always the same price as each other. Now you can do this with Sui. We can also do this with Bitcoin, with Rat Bitcoin and X BTC. Pair them up in liquidity, put them in SuiDex, and that will mean that you'll have 0 impermanent loss on those assets too. So you can really manage your risk on where you want to go with different token pairs for different APRs and different yields inside of SuiDex. We will be making an announcement quite soon before the launch of the DEX about what initial pools, reward pools, we're going to be launching with. And from there, expect phased rollouts of new pools being added, new community memberships, and new friends that we can bring onto this channel, and we can go into their channel and we can talk about what we're building and where we're going with it. I know a lot of people are asking me this question, and there's a lot of cool projects. Did that fall into the
Definitely, a lot of people have been asking about that. Is what pairs are going to be available when it comes time to launch? But I guess that's not going to be fully revealed just yet. Is that the case?
On my schedule, I want to share the pools on August. Let me look up. I've got a whole thing set out. Reward pools August 19th, so in 2 days, essentially. I'm going to be listing the initial pools with rewards. And then from there, I think like phases of either 1 week or 2 week phases for then adding new reward pools. Let's see how that goes. So then people can start basically loading up on the assets or finding out, oh yes, they have that coin. I have that coin too. I can earn with it. And we will have single asset staking as well for 2 tokens. We're going to have single asset staking for SUI and also for USDC. But over time, that will be phased out. So definitely make the best of it while you can get it, essentially. That's kind of like a attractive way of getting high TVL, but essentially it doesn't really help out the yield farm in a liquidity sense. So it's more of it's like kind of making the flower smell better for the beginning of the yield farm, essentially having those 2 coins as single assets. We have Michael here. So Crypto Michael is my partner on SuiDex. He is the one heading up the code team, organizing our talented coders for getting everything wrapped up and finished. He says, I'm here if you guys want. Not sure where to find you though. Is he? Oh, he's here as well. We can add him as.
I just approved.
Nice.
I just approved Michael as a speaker.
Nice.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you, Floyd.
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Was busy with meeting with the team.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
That's what I want to hear. Nice.
Yeah. So Michael is the CEO of Stack Meridian. He was responsible for coding the actual farm and the website and everything.
Yeah.
So professional programming company. They did a great job. The website looks amazing. Wonderful UI. The code is awesome. So Michael he's the actual CEO of Stack Meridian, who coded the farm itself.
Yeah, it is actually the team who did all good job.
Yeah.
I'm just the coordinator between them.
Yes.
And
because
our testings are going on. We are like looking for some backend stuff and issues. So everything is going on well, and hope we are on time to launch it on 21st. And tomorrow, like in morning, it is like 2:35 here, 2:37 here AM in India. So morning we will be hoping for a meet with some potential partners too before the launch to get some more VCs and partners with us who are already interested, and there are some more meets about the audits and like UI and testings. So let's see. Hope everything goes well tomorrow. Richie and me will be busy all day till the launch, I guess.
Yeah.
Michael, if you want to have a different space, like at a different time for the people in India, just let me know what time would be good and I can host it for you. I can do a space anytime you want, 24/7, doesn't matter. Just let me know ahead of time and we can do that for everyone on that side of the planet if they want a space they can attend.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. I will let you know the timings and everything.
Yeah,
Currently, we are just focusing on the launch to be as safe and secure and as user friendly. So currently, launch is the priority, and before launch, we are also focusing on getting some more good partners. And whatever is our launching plan, we need to secure it first. We need to finish it first, and then the marketing part we can start from my side.
sounds great. Yeah, just let me know in the team telegram about the spaces. If you want to have one, just let me know ahead of time and we'll set that up.
Yep, sure, buddy.
Yeah. So I've actually known
So
Michael
Richie, did you
for.
want to ask?
I was just going to introduce Michael in
Go ahead.
case anyone is
Yeah.
not familiar. So I've known Michael for about 7 years, I think, maybe 6 years. So I first got to know him when over on Finance Smart Chain, where because Michael's actually very talented with the EVM, so that would be Solidity code. But in terms of like Stewie Move, we had to onboard a large team of professionals to work with us to then code Stewie. He also has very talented UI designers and data feedback end engineers as well that all work for Stack Meridian. So in total, our team with Stack Meridian is I think 5 people at the moment, including I guess it'd be 6, including me and Michael, who are working now. Is it 6 people, Michael?
Yeah, it was 8 to 9 people, but now it is like 6 people. Yes.
Yeah, Michael had to crack the whip. Get out of here. but but
And yeah, we have some freelancers too
yeah. So also for
who are
once
not part of Stack Meridian,
yeah.
but they are working for SuiDex as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we get completed with SuiDex, then we launch successfully and we are running, and running and growing, then definitely if anyone is listening who is looking for another, more people who can build on Sui, who can work with you on Sui, then definitely Michael is someone you can talk to about that. He's quite well connected now. And it's cool. I don't know, Michael, I have a question for you actually. So since you've been like building on Sui and getting to know more about it, I know that you've been doing like EVM, like Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and Base Chain for a long time. How do you feel about and Polygon, right? How do you feel about the Sui ecosystem?
Uh, my first interaction was very weird with Sui because there are, see, we know EVM well enough, right? We have seen from ETH to Tron to Phantom, Avalanche, Base.
Yeah,
Okay, so EVM is the thing that we are used to. But here in Sui, things are very weird to us. Okay, and like we cannot interact with smart contract without an UI. This is the thing, very weird thing in Sui. Okay, so my experience till now is very complicated. It's very complex. Okay, because I'm not expert in that, but my team is doing a great job, and I'm very happy that what we thought to make, we have made it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did it.
till now, and whatever bugs are coming, we are strong enough to resolve that, understand the bugs and resolve that. There are many, like, it happened in past that we know what is the bug, but we aren't able to solve it, right? We have seen that, Rishi.
Yeah, yeah.
So overall, it is a complex journey, but it is a happy ending process. I
So,
don't know
so, so,
what to say now.
so you could say like it's complicated. You have a love-hate relationship with Sui, I guess is how you'd say it.
Yeah, but I love the fact what Sui Foundation did with Sui Cetus and with the potential hack. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't got any support from Sui Foundation till yet. Though I have tried to contact them through our X, through our LinkedIn.
Yeah, me too.
Majorly, we have a LinkedIn very good. But though I have contacts with the people working in Suica Foundation, still I haven't got any good response from them regarding. I was uh,
I I
wanting
am
them
making
to
some
send.
progress on that, guys. I mean, I haven't really spoken with you guys about that. I am making progress on speaking with the foundation directly. I'm pretty involved in the community. I think once they see the launch of the actual farm, as far as like follow up, that's when they're really going to step in after the launch, from what I gather. And I have created my own Substack and have been in touch actually with Ad and E directly for the first time recently. So I am making some progress there.
You know, if they come in
Yeah, yeah.
if they
Just
come in
for the
after,
testing, I needed some Sui in bulk. Like I have BNB in bulk with me, if for any protocol to test. But only this was a very small like requirement, but uh, they don't have such foundation to reply us so quickly, I guess. So
Well,
okay, we
the
have
thing with
time.
Sui Network is it's just over 2 years old. It's still a pretty fresh baby kind of L1.
Yeah,
Even though they're
that is
they're
an
making
very
rapid
exciting
progress,
part because we
they're
are
not
so early and we are building here so early that the potential of Sui. So, you are the people, and many says like Sui is next Solana. So I guess we
better.
are too early here, and it is very exciting to be in Sui because the support we get, the TVL we get, and the user base we are getting, though it is low in numbers right now, but it is like using when we used to hear about Tron, or after Tron, or the second big thing was BSC. No one was knowing about BSC, and we were in, right, right when cake was like 15 20 cents. We were staking cake. So it is exciting journey back old days, right?
yeah,
Well,
And
I can
then
tell
we
you guys
saw
right
cake
now,
to
one
$50.
year ago, Sui was only 70 cents just a year ago. It's
Yeah.
already gotten up to 526 in January. If you track the trajectory of Solana's path towards where they got to from where they started, Sui is on the same path except 3 times faster as far as progress goes. They've had the
Yeah.
most new wallets made in 2025, the most influx of stable coins out of any L1 in 2025. They're
And
constantly
the
releasing protocols.
second major thing, Flurry, is that we saw like a lot of developers coming into new chains in EVM, but here is not the same thing. There are only few developers rather than meme coins. Meme coins you can create by AI also. Okay, actual protocols very few developers are building, and I'm excited about about that. Okay, though you talk in Solana also, there are some good Rust developers now, but actual protocols you are seeing less in Sui right now. So that is a very exciting part, and whoever is creating a good protocol is getting the numbers. That is what exciting me here. To be
Well,
honest,
I can explain that perfectly
yeah.
because Walrus Protocol is their #1 feature that's in-house that they built, the on-chain storage metric. That just went live a few months ago. Also, they just implemented Seal and Nautilus. That just went live within the last like 2 weeks. And companies are just now realizing this, and they're like just right now starting to build projects on this network based on that protocol that was just literally released. Even though the chain's been around for 2 years, they're constantly releasing upgrades, and their best in-house project, Walrus, just went live a few months ago. It's the only on-chain sub-second finality speed, object-oriented, dynamic storage protocol where you can own your own data. You can host websites here. You don't have to do Google Drive or the iCloud. You can store data. You can host websites. They recently came out with a Quilt protocol that makes it 420 times cheaper to store data than actual services that are on the web. They're hosted on many different blobs on the Walrus blobs that they have on the Sui blockchain. So your data is safe and you're the only one with access to it. Just like not your keys, not your crypto, not your keys, not your data. So they have their entire ecosystem is fully decentralized. They don't rely on any third parties. They are able to run their whole ecosystem on things that they built themselves because Walrus was programmed and developed by the same people that developed Sui. It's not a separate thing. It's an in-house protocol. So other projects are building on top of it, and it just went online a few months ago, and the upgrades are coming out literally still to this day. So the projects and the companies and retail money are still to come. We're still at the very starting, and it's going to be awesome to watch. It's going to explode.
On that note, I need to do another giveaway. So we have another 10 million Sui Trump to give away. And we're going to choose one more random number. We're doing this on YouTube. You can also see video on X, Crypto Mischief X, Sui Trump Coin X, and at the SuiDex X as well visually. We're going to spin this wheel, and we're going to get one winner of 10 million Sui Trump, which is about $500. It's big money. And it's wallet number 159. So let's come down to the sheet. We're going to have a look. This is from our early adopters of SuiDex. I said I was going to do it. Wow, the last one in. Crazy. Okay. Richard Vanzel 83 is his email address. So I'll also be emailing you. I have your wallet, but I'm going to email you and make sure that you reply. Because there's no way I'm sending $500 to some mystery random account. There's no way that's happening.
Yeah, that's important. Make sure they reply because that's going to be an awesome reply. That's gonna totally blow someone's mind because that's a huge giveaway.
Yeah. Hey, here's $500. Thanks, man. So I'll be emailing those two people that I pulled up there. So that's the first one is Nathan Hyman 303 at gmail.com. Oh, I've just doxed him. Oh well. The other one is Richard at gmail.com. I gave his government name. But yeah, I'll be contacting you just to see if you get. So I noticed we have the red alert. The red alert is in the chat as well. I believe you can speak. You can speak.
Yeah, Richard, I was going to ask you if you were ready to take questions from listeners. There's a few people. So, what's up, Red?
What are you doing? She's just laughing. Oh, she
might be rugging. I don't know.
She's in Telegram prison. Possibly. Maybe not. She might arrive soon. So another thing then, last thing I wanted to talk about was our marketing plan for the launch. So as I mentioned, we're doing the phase rollout for our rollout for SuiDex, with beginning with the DEX, right? Just getting the DEX contracts up. Oh, is she there? No.
Can you hear me?
You're there. Okay,
I just approved everybody again, Richie. So one at a time, guys.
It's an orgy.
Just one at a time. Raise your hand if you want to speak.
Nice. Yeah, Red. Wait.
But Red, you were already called on, so you can go first. If you want to speak next, just raise your hand. Go ahead, Red.
I had to troll because you said speak next, so I want to say next. So guys, I just want to say, wow, why is his middle name Hyman, or that's his last name? Are you sure he's not a woman, for fuck's sake?
Maybe.
I mean, are we gonna break him in? You know, I mean,
That's what I was thinking. We're gonna break the hymen of the the reward giveaway. He's gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
so I had to say that, but like, I mean, and obviously I'm like super excited about this, but for those people who are here and who are new, I saw Wise Degens advertisement and I've been excited. So and I apologize for being a little late because I was like, oh shit, it's going on. And then the Arcadian here reminded me, oh shit, we've got the SuiDex.
So, Red, we lost you again. Now we have a crypto arborist with their hand up. I'd love to hear more from him while Red takes a lap around the connection circle.
Yeah.
What's up, Furley? What's up, Richie?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, I want you to know that there is a in real life fertilizer for trees called Victory.
Oh, there we go. This is our cat. This is how we do it, right?
Yes.
We got our marketing all set up and everything for this.
So
Yes.
you've even tied Victory into the tree coin that you have?
It's a product that's used in real life. So I mean, this is so strange. I mean,
That
when
is
we say
awesome.
an omen.
It's good, man.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
high in magnesium. It helps to plant roots firmly, very thick. Yes.
That is a complete like symbiosis, like cosmic level coincidence. That's a sign of definite victory for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Everything's thick about this X Space today. I love it.
So
I'm glad you were here. I had a space with Red the other day, and everybody was asking about you and Tree and liquidity. So we did our best telling everyone about it. And
Furley, I
also,
need you to lean into the mic and pronounce it correctly, please.
thick liquidity. You're the best at it. I can't do it like you.
No, unfortunately, in real life, I had two trees that were overly thick and succumbed to a sudden burst of gravity that I had to go deal with.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's all right.
It's true.
It's going to allow me to buy more Sui Trump.
That's
Overtime, baby.
Yeah.
And Richie, I also wanted to let you know, Crazy Bean was in the space the other day. He's from Scotland, I was telling you about, and he's here again. So, I thought that was cool that he showed up. Crazy Bean, if you want to say anything or have any questions or tell us about what you were doing, we'd love to hear from you. If you want to request to be a speaker, it's not a problem.
Crazy Bean. Who's your dues, Crazy Bean?
Now, Richie, on a serious note, man, excited for you. I know this has been a long journey. Just excited to be here, excited to be a part of it, and really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. Like I just mentioned before, so I'll introduce a bit here because I've got the video up as well. So we have a Red Alert Pulse right now is up on the screen at the moment. So everyone who's watching on YouTube or X should probably just follow her because she needs much more followers, many more. So just follow. And then talking right there is the crypto arborist, who's a in real life arborist. That's right. It's not a gimmick, it's his life. And he has a token called Tree or liquidity. I don't have a mic.
Fairly popular YouTube channel as well.
He does.
He's always on YouTube going live as well.
Exactly right. So he goes live, and Tree token is a token which I've already had conversations with Peter about it and how we want to make. We're trying to figure out I want to make the most bullish way of getting Tree token onto SuiDex. So we're going to be working on that. For one of the phase launches, I want to focus on Tree. I want to give it as much attention as possible. We want to get it more liquidity. So the whole idea is get higher and higher liquidity with tree token, right? So it's definitely works. We both have YouTube channels. We both like talking. We both like trees. It's a perfect combination. So it's good.
And then,
Yeah, tree is-
you know, Aquashock, you know,
Yes.
he couldn't make this one, but he's definitely, you know, he's co-host that we do the Sui
Yes.
Builders every Thursday. If you go on Richie's YouTube channel and go to the live section, you could see many Sui Builders episodes that we've done that are spaces that we record
Yes.
on the Sui Network Alpha.
Yes.
You know, Peter was on there a few weeks ago learning about Sui, and he made his coin after that space, because once people check out Sui and see how awesome it is, they stick around.
Yep.
And Crazy Bean has his hand up. That's who we spoke with the other day, another Scotland native. So what's up, Crazy Bean?
Hey. Yeah, not much.
Welcome.
How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I've been listening for about an hour. It's been so interesting. I've just kind of played a little bit with DeFi on Cetus myself, so you've got so much knowledge on that. It's really interesting listening to what you're saying, just how it all works in the background and stuff.
It's a lot of
really cool.
hours.
So how close do you guys live? Like, what's your hometown, Crazy Bean?
So I live pretty close to St Andrews in Fife.
Okay, I'm from
So it's sort of central Scotland near Edinburgh.
I'm from Aberdeenshire, so up in a place called Ellen, where I'm from.
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice one.
I was just there last week. Actually, it was really nice. But at the moment, I'm in Italy,
Oh, nice, man.
which is also it's a bit hotter. Here.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Much
pretty sure
nicer.
Richie was meeting with Trump when he was golfing there the other week.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
right.
undercover.
Yeah, that's right. Have to
Although
get
it's felt like Italy here today in Scotland. I've been at the beach. I've been swimming in the sea and everything, which
No
is
way.
unbelievable for
And-
Scotland.
and you didn't turn blue.
But it's been awesome. I actually had a wetsuit on, so
Safety
kind of
first.
necessary when going swimming here.
So Crazy Bean, I was just wondering, you didn't launch a coin, but you did an NFT collection, and you already went through the launch process, which I totally skipped and missed and forgot about. How did it go, and how do you like Sui as a blockchain?
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's going fine. We would have liked a few more mints, but we're happy with what we've got so far. We've got quite a cool community in our Discord, and yeah, nothing crazy bad's gone. We've not really had any bad comments or anything, so I think it's going pretty well. We're sort of new to Sui. We've sort of been crypto investors. Me and my co-founder we're both software devs.
Cool.
And we've just been doing like Web2 development for years. I've been a developer for about 10 years, and we're just kind of moving into Web3 stuff now. And to launch our NFT collection, we use Tradeport. They've got like a launch pad, so they let you kind of do it all just using Web2 technology, which is kind of cool. In the background, we're learning Web3 stuff. So we're learning Move, and we're building a dashboard out. We've got crazybeans.xyz, so our holders can sort of access this dashboard that we've got, and we're going to have cool utilities that you can use, sort of information about different NFT collections, stuff like that. And we're
You know, if you need help with, if you'd like a Telegram created for you, you know, instead of choosing between Discord and Telegram, it's best to have both. Like, I could help you set up a Telegram for your project for you if you'd like. You know, I don't charge for any help that I give people ever. If you send me a DM, I could help you with that, get more exposure.
Devs, we've kind of always worked for other people as well, so it's quite cool doing stuff ourselves. We've set up like a real company in Scotland, so we're registered. So that's why we're able to get verified on X. So yeah, we're kind of doing it the legit way, which is kind of cool. And we've brought on my friend from college who's like a product manager at a startup in Scotland. So he's going to help us get our roadmap and prioritize what we're working on and stuff, because being both of us being devs, we have so many different ideas that we're just constantly building. So we're trying to get things.
Yeah, that's basically the main thing that I do for this network is, you know, help you get involved in the actual community. You do your dev thing, I can do the, you know, get the word out, implement to the community part of it. Because, you know, the more people we get into this Sui network community, the better. And we always like to help each other out and make it more of a community experience instead of like Solana where it's tribal and like they want to just hate on everybody. Sui is more of a community that helps other projects build as long as they're honest and have integrity and transparency. We want to support everybody to grow together. So it's good to hear
awesome,
there's
man.
some other professionals here.
So I went to mint.crazybeans with a z.xyz. So I'm looking. So it looks like I can get a bean for 6.64 Sui. Is that right? Yeah, it is.
That's right. Yeah, we had sort of like an OG. We've got different mint stages. So people that found out about us first, they got to mint slightly cheaper. And we had a pre-release mint stage as well, so people could pre-register on our website, and we had 500 slots. So a few of them have minted, and now we're doing kind of like a laddered mint. So every 333 mints we've got, the price will increase.
Yes.
And we'll release one of our legendary beans to people that have minted.
Love stuff like this.
It's quite a cool like mechanism we've got, because we've got 10 sort of one-of-one legendary beans, and the legendary beans, they're going to kind of be like part of our team almost, people that hold them. So we've already given one away, and the guy that's got it, he's really cool, and he's sort of ideas and stuff. So it's kind of cool. They'll have sort of a sway in the way we go, like the legendary bean holders. We thought it was a really cool idea.
Do you have any plans of possibly launching a coin in the future?
Like probably way in the future, once we're sort of settled into what we're doing, because we're building sort of real life merchandise as well and stuff. We kind of want to make it like a pudgy penguins essentially on Sui. But yeah, maybe
that's
one
awesome.
day a token. Yeah.
I love the in real life stuff. That makes it gives it a whole fresh dynamic. Having like actually being able to receive a physical product that has to do with the cryptocurrency project. That's really cool.
Definitely. There's like there's this little sort of organization you move. Oh, sorry.
I got 2 beans. You got me. I'm a sucker for NFTs. I love NFTs.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick some up myself. And Arcadian has his hand up. He's usually speaking with Red Alark. He's definitely a fan of SuiDex and what we're doing. So we could check out what he wants to say and ask about the SuiDex. You can go ahead and speak, Arcadian.
Nice.
Hey, sure.
Hey, buddy.
I'm sorry?
I said hi.
Hey, Master Richie. Hey, how's it going? Wise. Crazy. I've got the staff pass on the Crazy Beans. Just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, nice, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, my first Sui stuff, I was just in there. I was like figuring it out. And just want to say, Richie, it's nice because Crazy Beans and the Crypto Arborist over there, like they're geared on the gaming side of stuff. I cannot ignore when I see games on Sui are listing are playable through Epic Games. So like, if Sui is going to have some kind of, I don't know, battle passes running through Epic Games one day, that's bullish. And it's a bit of common sense to get in while nobody is looking at it. So, and then I just wanted to mention, like, anybody in the room, if you don't know yet, like the reason I'm bullish on SuiDex is because I love to be able to put something somewhere and then sit back while it like makes more money. So assets, I'm bullish on assets. So from what I understand, right, Richie, is somebody could come along, park some of their crypto over on SuiDex. SuiDex uses their liquidity to fulfill the transactions, and they get rewards just like that, for doing that.
Exactly.
If that's correct, I mean, I'd love if you could cover some, but it's as simple as that. Buy some, put some, wait, get some more.
Yeah, it is. That's the simplest way you could actually explain it. Buy some, get some, wait, win. Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
You already put out that graphic that shows how you can use Sui Trump and Victory in a way that self-supports itself which I'm sure you're going to put into video format and explain it properly for
Yeah.
everybody so they can just
it's like
duplicate the process without making it too hard.
Yeah, if you go to our docs, which you can find at suidex.gitbook.io is where you'd find the docs, or just go to suidex.org. At the bottom, you'll see like the docs icon, the little book. You'll find our full docs. At the top of them, it's a new section I'm adding called SuiDex strategies. So each one is going to have its own videos where I'm going to go through it as tutorial style. It also has images, and it will have text as well. So whatever way you like to learn about it. And the chapters just go through either beginner, intermediate, or advanced level yield farming, where you can either cover swapping, adding liquidity, opening pools if you want to start your own pool for tokens that you would like to be added to a reward pool. You could even do it yourself. It is DeFi, anyone can use it. And then going into yield farming strategies, which tokens and the more complex ways that you can use SuiDex to earn, or easy ways you can use it to earn, essentially, just so we kind of make it foolproof, each thing with a video and text and images so that anyone can kind of go through it and understand the possibilities of what kind of route you want to take with your yield farming. So that will be done, I think, tomorrow or the next day. Before launch, that will all be done. At the moment, we want to have chapter 1, 2, and 3, though, so far. Coming in on YouTube.
I have the website on the Jumbotron too, the SuiDex website. I posted it from Sui Builder's account, but the website's there too as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed to the docs on video, but then it kills the X feed because StreamYard's a bit crap. But basically, I covered everything I want to cover in today's video. I didn't want to go too long because the longer we go on these, then the less people are going to kind of tune in. Because usually, like 1 hour or hour and a half is like a pretty good time.
Available.
Arcadian, did you go to the Arc Reverse right now? I think that's where Richie went.
Maybe.
Everything that we talk about here on the space will be linked in the comments underneath the space itself. And
Richie,
on the
come
SuiDex,
back. We need you to help us yield farm. Don't go.
He's here. I can hear him. I can hear Richie when he speaks.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Maybe my computer is dying a bit. It's getting hot. I'm probably cook an egg on it.
Michael just came back. So yes, Michael's back. He's back to speak.
Yeah, actually it's midnight here and I need to take my dinner. Before that, can I request everyone here something?
Sure.
Yeah, so our testing is like there is a group which we have created, and from yesterday we are testing it, and there is updates going on. You can find any like a UI bug, UX bug, whatever you are facing. Audits we have done from hack and audit contest we have done, and from Spywolf also we have did audit our farm and locker, which is great. But I'm gonna request currently like 21 or 22 odd peoples are testing it, the SuiDex farm and locker. I want the maximum support from every one of you guys, and you can report us so we can be like the best user friendly DEX in Sui ecosystem. So please join there. You can DM Vice Dijon, okay, Furley in the Telegram, and he can give you the link to join there. And you please participate in the testings of DEX, Farm, and Lockup, and give us your feedback whether it is good or bad, and if it is bad, what is the resolution we can like correct it, right? So please participate in testing. Currently only 22 people are participating in there, okay? So I'm going to request you that okay,
Definitely,
before.
Michael, and I will talk to the people that I know any that are very talented with Move, and they actually will use it properly and know exactly what to look for as far as user friendly and any possibilities of any bugs or anything, even though it's already been fully patched. I know a guy that's probably the best of the best when it comes to that will check it out.
Yeah.
So we'll be solid for sure.
Yeah, because I'm saying it that because we need to look at our smart contracts, that from contracts all the values are coming correctly, and we are a full protocol, full decks with farms, with lockers. There are multiple things. You are not just getting rewards in victory, you are getting rewards in sui as well. Okay, so this is a full-fledged protocol, and with that we have plans to launch our launchpad, right? Launch multiple protocols, help other protocols, okay, to bring many projects, okay, in here in our supporting in our farms. So we want your support to test it, okay, because we have a blockchain index and backend working, okay, to just make it fast, to just make transactions fast, and all the data to be updated in our UX in a real time, okay. So we have created it, but how it is working and whether it is user friendly or not, to get the feedback, we need your help right now. Okay. So
Yeah, definitely,
that was
Michael.
the
And
request.
if
Yeah.
Michael, if you see the profile called Sui Builders, I'm actually one of the founders or part of the trio of people that run the Sui Builders as far as like launching new projects and helping them with promotion and stuff. So, that's part of what they're doing, what we are doing. So, that's another profile and some other people that I can get you in contact with that actually need stuff programmed and Move that will help them out as well. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I have seen Sui Builders after you shared it to us first. I had few days back. I have followed them, though I don't use X very much, but I have followed them and hope they will get in touch with us in Telegram and on LinkedIn as well.
yeah, I will invite you. There's a VIP Telegram as well. There's also a Discord. There's also a website. There's lots of different ways. So I'll get you hooked up with that whole communication loop with the proper people, because there are imposters everywhere. Beware of imposters, everybody. Whether you're on Telegram, Discord, doesn't matter. There's going to be scammers and imposters. Make sure you're talking to the right person. It's very important. We don't want people to have a bad experience with SUI or with anything to do with what we're doing here. So stay safe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And with that with that say, good day and good night to everybody. For me, it will be a good night. So thank you everyone to
Thanks,
join
Michael.
in,
We'll
and
make a
let's
space
hope.
during the day in India for everyone on that side of the pond, and we'll talk about it again.
Definitely, definitely. With Sui India, we can do one more space. It's been long since we have did a space with them. We will plan with Sui India as well. One more
Yeah,
space, right?
they started following me, and they always like my posts. They're very excited that I spoke on that space that day. So I know they're
Yeah,
definitely ready for an update. They would be down for sure. So that'd be nice if you can get in
yeah, yeah.
contact with them. I'm available 24/7, just with notice. So
Yeah,
let me
I
know.
will. I'll
In Telegram.
invite you on their Telegram, Sui India Telegram, so you can
Okay,
join there as well. Okay.
perfect.
Okay, buddy. Bye. Thank
Talk
you,
to you later.
everyone. Good night.
So, Richie, I don't know if you had any other announcements you wanted to make, but I know that there is Kyle from the Sui Trump community, the guy that came from Reddit. He's won a couple of the raffles. He's under the profile called Aqua right now, and he's in Australia. He hasn't launched a coin yet, but he is planning on doing so after the launch of the farm, because he's such a fan of Sui Network after seeing Sui Trump and all my consistent posts on Reddit. So maybe he wanted to say a word about Sui Trump and the Dex. He was the one that actually made the post on the r/Sui subreddit about the SuiDex, which was awesome because he beat me to it actually. So that was pretty cool of him. I
That's
don't know
nice.
if you're there, Kyle.
Good morning. How are?
What's up, Kyle?
Oh, it's 7:43 in the morning here. I've been up since 6 o'clock listening to you guys. It's been a good morning. It's great hearing a bit more about SuiDex. To be honest, I don't know a lot about DeFi, so actually hearing it come from somebody in a bit more of a layman's term, actually, it's good. It's great. I mean, it means I understand a bit better about what my Sui Trump will be doing when I put it in liquidity pools. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I
yeah.
like to do. I like to break it down to the I don't know, I like to break it down to how I understand it essentially. Generally, that's kind of layman's terms. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Glad
I
that's
mean,
helpful.
I mean, when you start talking about integers and stuff, that's a little bit interesting on my more of a technical level. But
Yeah,
on a top level, it's you just want to hear it in layman's terms. So
exactly.
thank you.
Because I'm a bartender as well.
Yeah, so you're a bartender.
Well,
Oh, good. You make me a martini.
exactly. I could make a great martini. Any cocktail you like.
Nice.
That
Nice.
Yeah, so Kyle's had this website for a long time already. He's really taken it slow. He's taken lessons from you, how you did Stewie Trump, and trying to align what he's doing with the farm. So, he's won a few of the raffle, I think 2 raffles already out of
That's awesome.
the
Yeah.
Stewie Trump.
I
So
won
he
one
got
of
lucky there.
like a $200 raffle in the Sui Trump farm. I think it was one of the first ones actually.
Brilliant.
Which are muchly appreciated. It just went in to buy more Sui Trump, to be honest.
That's the way.
I just doubled down. Why not? So yeah, I've been accumulating Sui Trump since about Christmas, where Wise found me on Reddit, and basically he found me on Reddit because I was spruiking basically transparency and decent people. And so he contacted me directly, and then literally he spent like 4 hours sending me voice messages, telling me about Richie and Sui Trump, and I think I'd seen Sui Trump before, but and look, I'll make this quite honest. I asked him quite directly. I said, "Look, does any of these proceeds go towards Trump?" And and he said, "No, no, no. It's not about. It's more about the meme." That's what got me on board, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, look, I've been accumulating Sui Trump for the last 6 or 8 months or whatever it is, and yeah, I've also been watching what you guys have been doing, and it's it. I want to add to the Sui community. I've been in crypto for about 6 years on and off, definitely on Ethereum and Solana, but I like the tech in Sui, and that's what speaks to me. And I want to make it better. I want to make things better, and I believe that there's just so much more that can be done on the Sui network. And we've only just got the tip of the iceberg at the moment. It's so young. It's very young, very juvenile, but not juvenile. But it's the wrong word. It's just young. So in the next couple of years, I think we're going to see a lot more and some really innovative stuff happening. So I want to put my mark on it, and which is why I'm releasing Aqua in, I believe, what's it? Our website will have the countdown timer going on within the next 24 hours.
Amazing.
So
Moonbags?
that's exciting. Yes, we're being launching on Moonbags, fair launch, as we all know. And I hope to see you guys all there.
Well, I've just
Yeah,
pulled
so
up.
I've been working with Kyle directly, and he's actually planning the launch like after the farm, like 3 or 4 days or something after the launch of the farm. And I'm going to show him how to do it, execute it properly on Moonbags, like the Arborist did with Tree, make it a solid, proper project right from the start. And Kyle's been, a Sui Trump holder for a long time, like I said, like since Christmas. I made the subreddit in October, the very first day we launched, because there are still people that use Reddit. I think it's going to get more popular as time goes along because of AI. But yeah, so that's a very popular, the most popular subreddit I've ever made was r/SuiTrump. If you're a Redditor, you should check it out. It's getting quite popular as far as subreddits go for a meme coin project. I think there's up to 180 members, which is pretty huge for a subreddit on a meme coin, especially on a small network like Sui. So pretty proud of that.
That's pretty great, actually.
I just joined.
I never do like
Yeah, you know, so
much on Reddit.
I know not everyone uses every single social networking site. So that's what I do. I make sure I have a Discord server. I'm on gaining a lot of popularity on TikTok. It's a whole different universe over there. It's kind of fun because they have AI tools built in. It's a younger audience, so you kind of got to be a little more crazy over there. But I fine tune everything to whatever platform I'm on. So I'm making sure everybody on the planet is aware of this farm and the coin behind it. So, and I want to do the same thing with Sui Network. So it's going to be the best.
I'm gonna stop the stream quite soon because I've got to be up quite early. It's already midnight here. Gonna be up about 6 hours.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to go too long because we want people to watch the whole thing. So, you know, that's no problem. We can wrap it up.
Well, it's also because I've got quite a lot of testing to do on SuiDex, so we can actually launch. So got to do that as well. But I wanted to end this
I'll start
on a point. Wait. So I wanted to end this on a point actually. So before we had Aqua come in to talk about his coin, which he's thinking about launching, right? This is exactly why SuiDex exists, right? So we have a token like this, okay? It's a token creator who's trying to think carefully about how to launch, the time to launch, how to run it properly, how to have proper launch, make a good website, make a trusted community, and build a meme coin or a coin for the right reasons, right? And SuiDex exists because then we want to be there so that we can support these kind of launches that are happening on Sui. So they just like Sui builders do, right? Just like how Red Alert does these things as well, and how and Crypto Arborist, he has the tree token, but he talks about other projects as well. And this is exactly where we want to slot in. We want to slot in to be an area in Sui that can support the growth of Sui Network. That's exactly what we're building. That's what we're going to be launching. And we hope to be a really attractive place where projects really want to list with us to get reward pools because they know that we are going to treat them in the right way. And because that's, I think, what Sui needs for incubation of growing projects. We can't all launch $10 billion projects, well, which we could, but we can't. We need to grow to be large market cap projects. And for that to happen, then we all need to work together. So I thought I'd add on that note for this stream. Yeah, my computer's really hot. I think it's going to explode. But yeah, and I'm going to head off now. So I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll do another stream quite soon, actually.
I'll start an after party stream in case anyone wants to talk about something else. But goodbye for now, everybody.
Cool. You can keep it going if you want, man. But I've just got to split.
Well, I kind of want to end it too, so it's a separate recording for me too. So okay. I'll just launch another one, see if anyone wants to talk. Thank you guys for coming. We're gonna have more spaces.